So I'm scrolling Reddit the other day and I see this post that honestly just stopped me cold. A woman writes in, her husband wants to spend $3,000 on a KDP course. $3,000. And that's before he spent a single cent actually publishing or marketing anything. He's convinced he's going to make $40,000 by the end of this year. From 15 books working 5 hours a week. And then she writes this one line that says it all. I am very skeptical about this. And you know what? She's right to be. Because that one little post is basically every myth about KDP in 2026, packed into a single paragraph. So today I'm going to give her and you the honest answer. The kind of answer nobody selling a $3,000 course is ever going to give you. Real quick, in case we haven't met, I am Nezir, I'm the founder of Publbee, and I've been running a KDP business and buried in this data for years now. And let me just get this out of the way right at the start. I'm not selling you any course. There is no $3,000 classroom here, no book a free call waiting for you at the end. Just the honest version of this topic. Here is what almost everybody believes when they start out with KDP. You publish a few books, you let Amazon do the heavy lifting, and the money kind of just shows up. That's the dream every guru is selling you. And honestly, that one belief is the number one reason people fail. Because the truth is pretty much the opposite of what you have been told. So here is the plan. I'm going to walk you through 5 brutal truths about KDP in 2026, what's actually working, and what's a complete waste of your time. And at the very end, I will answer her exact question. Should her husband buy that $3,000 course? All right, let's get into it. Okay, truth number 1. And this one catches a lot of people off guard. AI did not make KDP easier. If anything, it made it harder. No, I know. That's exact opposite of what every thumbnail out there is screaming at you. Make a book in 10 minutes with AI. And yeah, technically you can. And I have also put some videos about it. But here is the problem. So can everybody else. The second it takes zero effort to make a book, thousands of people pile into the exact same niches with the exact same AI-generated stuff. The coloring books, the low-content journals, the AI-written guides. The shelves are absolutely packed with these ones. And here is the part they leave out. Amazon noticed. In 2026, they are cracking down hard. There are limits now on how many titles you can publish. They are straight up asking you about AI content when you upload. And people are getting their accounts suspended over spammy, low-quality catalogs. I have made entire videos on authors who woke up on one morning to a banned account. So this guy's plan, pumping out 15 books in a few hours to hit 40 grand, that is one of the fastest ways to get yourself flagged. So let me reframe this for you. AI is not your shortcut to cranking out quantity. It's your assistant. It helps you do the right things faster. The research, a first draft you then heavily edit, staying on the right side of Amazon's rules. The people winning in 2026 use AI to do good work faster. The people losing use it to do bad work at scale. And trust me, Amazon has gotten really, really good at telling those two apart. And that leads me straight into what this whole Reddit post is really about. Truth number 2. And this is the big one. So stay with me here. The people selling you the dream, they make their money from you, not from the books. Think about that $3,000 course for a second. What is it really? Some pre-recorded videos, a discussion board, and a little chat access to a self-proclaimed guru. So ask yourself one honest question. If this person is genuinely getting rich publishing books, why do they need your $3,000? And I know more money is always good, but that's not the point. And look, I'm not here to attack anybody. No names, no drama. I just want you to look at the incentives for a second. When someone's main product is teaching KDP, their income is coming from student, not from royalties. The screenshots, the I made 6 figures claims, the free call that somehow always turns into a sales pitch, that's a funnel. That's the actual business. And KDP is just a bait. Maybe they had some sales in the past, but right now their main goal is selling courses. Now, is learning a bad thing? Of course not. But here's the thing. Everything inside that $3,000 course you can learn from free YouTube videos, including this one. Plus maybe a $20 book. The information was never the expensive part. What they are really selling you is hope. And hope with a payment plan attached is the oldest trick in the book. So the next time you see $40,000 from 15 books by December, just understand where the number is actually coming from. It's not a forecast, it's marketing. Which brings me to that $40,000 number itself. Because there is a reason it sounds so good and works so rarely. Truth number 3. Passive income on KDP. It doesn't really exist. At least not the way it's being sold to you. Publish it and forget it. Make money while you sleep. Yeah, maybe that worked back in 2017. It doesn't work today. Here is what actually happens. When you publish a new book, Amazon gives it a little visibility boost, a short window. And if nothing happens in that window, no sales, no clicks, no momentum, the algorithm just quietly buries it. And climbing back out of that hole, it's brutal. So 5 hours a week just hoping, that's not a business. That's a lottery ticket. KDP in 2026 is a real business. Can the income become semi-passive down the line? Absolutely. Once you have built a backlist that sells on its own. But that comes after months of real work up front. Validating your niches, launching properly, getting those first reviews. The money is real. I promise you that. It's the passive and the by December, that's the fantasy. And that word backlist, that's the part almost nobody bothers to explain to beginners. Truth number 4. One book is not going to change your life. A catalog though, that just might. Everybody dreams about writing that one bestseller. But here's the reality. The people actually making real money on KDP have 10, 50, sometimes a couple of 100 books. And it's not because every single one is a hit. Most of them aren't. It's because this is a numbers game. Volume, consistency, and a backlist that stacks up over time. Look at it this way. 5 books, each making $30 a month. That's 150. 50 books at that same rate. That's a completely different life. And be aware, you can also make a few books and make a lot of money. So your take should not be go ahead and spam a lot of books. No, quality is always number 1 at your list. But if you just publish one book that has a good quality that will generate you money for 1, 2, 3 years maybe, but after that you will not earn any money. So the goal here is good quality books, not 1, not 2. If you have found the niche, if you have built up a name, then publish more books. So that's the goal. And funny enough, the husband's instinct to publish 15 books, honestly, that's not crazy at all. 15 solid books is a real foundation. What's crazy is the timeline and the effort he's putting on it. 15 good, validated, properly launched books in 5 hours a week by December? No, that's not happening. But 15 books over the next couple of years, done right, treated like a real business, that's a genuinely smart plan. And it costs you $0 in courses to get started. There is just one thing standing between all those books and any sales at all. Truth number 5. And this is the one that actually saves you. Nobody is coming to buy your book. You are the marketing. Amazon is not some audience that's going to discover you. It's a search engine. If your book isn't tied to the keywords people are actually typing in, priced right, and backed up by reviews, it's invisible. Doesn't matter how good it is. And honestly, that's the real difference between the authors who make it and the ones who quit. So it's not talent, it's putting the effort in the right place. And the hardest part of all of it, reviews. Picture a book with 0 reviews sitting next to one with 40 or more. You already know which one people are going to buy, right? But you can't buy reviews, and fake ones will get you banned. So most people just wait around, and nothing ever comes from that. This is actually the exact reason why we built the review center inside of Publbee. And it is completely free. No course, no catch. The idea is simple. Authors get reviews by giving honest reviews to each other. And the way it works is not like the traditional review services. It's you don't pay for reviews, you pay for visibility. So you are putting your book inside of our quest board, and from there people can take your book, read it actually, and then decide if they want to give you any review or not. That's the whole game. And if you think about it, it's like Amazon ads. And there are strictly weekly limits built right in. So you stay completely safe with Amazon's rules. Free, safe, and it solves the single hardest part of any launch. That's the kind of thing that actually helps you, not a $3,000 classroom. So let's go back to that woman on Reddit. Should her husband go and spend $3,000 on that course? No, absolutely not. Here is what I did tell them instead. Take that $3,000 and just don't spend it. Spend 1 weekend learning niche research for free. Publish 1 book the right way and actually launch it. Get your first 10 reviews because book number 1 is going to teach him more than any classroom ever could. And once it does, he publishes the next one. 15 books over the next year or 2, treated like a business instead of a lottery ticket. Is that slower than the dream they are selling him? Yeah, it is. But it's real. And look, if you don't want all of this in one place, I will be straight with you. I built a tool for exactly this. It's called Publbee, and full transparency, it's mine. So obviously I am a little biased here, but it's an all-in-one KDP tool. Niche research, keyword research, cover design, and that free review center I just showed you. And we have many other tools as well, all in one spot. Instead of juggling 10 different tabs and 10 different subscriptions. You can start with the review center. It's completely free. And if you want the full thing, there is a 7-day free trial. You can try it for free and 10% of your first month down in the description if you use the link. But notice the difference here. That's a tool that does the actual work for about the price of a couple of coffees, not a $3,000 course selling you a dream. That's the whole point of this video. If this video saved you $3,000 or honestly even just saved you a year of frustration, do me a favor and hit subscribe. And I read every single comment, so I genuinely want to know. Have you ever been pitched one of these courses? Did you almost pull the trigger on one? Tell me down below. All right. Happy publishing, and I will see you in the next one.